Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Workday Show, where politics meet modern pop culture. So if you're ready, let's go to work. First off, I have a sponsor. Yes, I have a new sponsor. Believe it or not, I've only did about 4 videos and I've already got a sponsor. So this video today is sponsored by GQ Drink. GQ Drink. The only drink guaranteed to get you harder than a rock. Now, it's up to you, whatever interpretation you would take that as, harder as a rock. It can be in the streets or that can be in the bedroom. It's up to you. Either way, GQ Drink, the new sponsor. See my little racist man down there? That's me. GQ Drink. You can't get this in the stores. Just hit me up, DM me or something. You can come over to my house. I can whip up the drink. I'm selling them for $30 a bottle. So, yeah, that's it. No discounts. Okay, first off, I was going to do this show on Tuesday, but I don't know, man. Things got all mixed up. I got in an argument with my wife, and if you're married, you know how these things go, man. One thing leads to another, and then it's like, and, shit goes off the rails. So, anyway, I'm making it today. That's one thing I will say about marriage. Make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure that is something that you want to do. If so, pursue it, no problems with that. But if not, don't do it. We'll take this journey together. I'll update you guys on what's going on in my life. And, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, this first story, I'm going to make this video. I really am going to make this video short. I'm fresh out the gym. And I don't have a lot of time to be messing with tonight. So this first story that I'm going to get into, it's a sad story, man. Here, we'll listen to it together. But I'm telling you, man, like when I heard it, when I first heard about this story, I was just like, bruh. Like, really? Like the irony of this, like, bruh. I can't even believe it. But here, let's get into the story together. And I don't think this just was announced today. So, oh yeah, fair use. I can use this material, YouTube, but I have to switch it and turn it into my own material. Like I said, I'm gonna get the whole fair use waiver up there, and I'm gonna have to read it before I start doing every video. But as for now, this is fair use, okay? YouTube, no copyright strikes, okay? Okay, now let's get into this video real quick. You guys see what it says? George Floyd's niece is shot today in Houston, in a Houston apartment. This is so sad. This girl was only like 3 or 4 years old. Let's hear what the news has to say.
This morning, a little girl shot in her Houston home has been identified as the niece of George Floyd, the man whose murder at the hands of Minneapolis police officer.
Okay, so was he murdered or did he overdose? I'll leave that up to you, but if you got the information about the story, if you actually got the real information about the story, I think we might be on the same page, but let's go.
Derek Chauvin set off a national movement. 4-year-old Ariana Delane now recovering from her wounds.
Such a cute little girl.
My daughter don't know. I can't explain that to her. What happened? You're the father supposed to be able to.
Okay, so who is this guy? Is this her dad? Who's this guy? Let me see.
What happened?
Okay, so he's a father. Let's analyze
this. To her. What happened?
Recovering from her wounds.
My daughter don't know. I can't explain that to her. What happened? You're the father supposed to be able to protect the kids.
Police say someone sprayed the apartment with bullets early New Year's Day, but the family believes the home was targeted.
Of course it was targeted.
It's the same apartment.
What happened?
Okay, now let's see. Let's break this down real quick.
My daughter don't know. I can't explain that to her.
So, you can see they got the George Floyd mask on right here. So, they are related to George Floyd. I mean, people wear that anyway, but they're really putting it out there that, yeah, this is George Floyd's niece. Everybody, you need to recognize that. Okay, first off, I see the diamond studs in his earrings, okay? He lives in an apartment, okay? But you're wearing diamond studs? That's one red flag right there. Let's see what this mask says. The harsh reality, 929. Okay, so that's a George Floyd reference again. I guess that's the amount of time that Chauvin was laying on his neck or his back shoulder blade, if you were to really look at the video and analyze it, but I'll let you be the judge. But that's a reference to George Floyd right there. Okay, so the family doesn't believe this is a coincidence. I'm going to tell you, like, straight off the buckshot, no pun intended, that the interpretation that I get from this story, because I've heard it so too many times. First off, is my prayers goes out to this little girl, okay? And then my prayers goes out to the family. I think this dad is suspect, okay? I don't know exactly what's going on right there, but I can guarantee you that my house is not going to get shot up with bullets. Okay, there's a reason for this. A lot of times in the hood, people like to call it retaliation, okay? What happens is maybe the dad is gangbanging. Maybe he's in the, obviously it's him. I don't think it's the mom, because usually it's the male in this situation, okay? Apparently he's into something that he shouldn't be in. Maybe he's pissed some people off. What I'm getting is gang activity, okay? I bet as this story goes along, since now it's highlighted, we're going to hear about the father's background, and I'm thinking that some gang activity is going to come up, you know, when everything is all said and done. So I'm thinking the dad is into something that he should not be in. Whatever happened, I think this is a retaliation for whatever he wasn't supposed to do to these group of, I'm assuming, young men that sprayed this whole apartment building. Now, how crazy is that? How crazy do you have to be? I don't know if anybody's ever shot a gun, just the recoil and everything. That's a lot of power that you're holding in your hands right there. A lot of people think that it's just so damn easy to pull a trigger and take a life, man. How crazy is that? Not only that, how crazy is it for you to roll up? I think this is like I'm not sure what time it was, but I think it was 3 o'clock in the morning, but how crazy is it for you to roll up on an apartment building, not knowing exactly who's in there, and then just spray up the whole damn place? I mean, what kind of psyche, what kind of mindset do you have to be in? But that's the problem in this community. I know this is the hood. We got a problem in our community.
What happened? You know, you're the father supposed to be able to protect the kids.
Police say someone sprayed the apartment with bullets early New Year's Day, but the family believes the home was targeted.
Of course it is.
It's the same apartment seen here, where George Floyd's family gathered last year to watch the Derek Chauvin verdict.
We got a hit right here, and we got a hit here.
The gunfire punctured Ariana's lung and liver, breaking 3 of her ribs. She was sleeping at the time.
My daughter jumped up and said, "Daddy, I've been hit." And I was shocked until I seen the blood, until I realized that.
Okay, I'm going to say something right here. If this happened to my son, first off, I'm not going to be able to talk to the press this early. Okay, this happened on Tuesday. I'm not going to be able to talk to the press this early. It's just, I'm assuming this interview was early Thursday. And when I do talk to the press, you might see some tears. I'm going to be very distraught. Now, maybe they cut that part out. I'm not sure. But this guy doesn't seem too distraught about what happened. Like, maybe he was anticipating something to happen, but he didn't know. So even though this is a shock, I don't think it's a complete shock to him, if you know what I mean.
My 4-year-old daughter was really hit, and she don't know what's going on. She was asleep.
Ariana's father says he called 911 around 3 a.m., but he says police didn't show up until 4.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, like, if this happened to my son, if this happened to my stepdaughter, if this happened to my wife, I would be, well, just take the wife out of it, especially a kid, you know, because that's where your deep-seated emotional connection is rooted to your kids, because, you know, that's a bond that just can't be broken unless they try to stab you or kill you or do some crazy shit like that. But hopefully your kids ain't that crazy. But barring that situation, there's a deep-seated emotional bond to your kids. Now, man, if something like this happened to my kid, I would not be able to talk to the press. I'd be so distraught, just breaking down. I'd want to be left alone. Just because George Floyd is my cousin or whatever relationship they have, I'm still not going to talk to the press just to get some attention from this, man. If you know what I mean. I think if you have kids out there, anybody that's watching this video, from my little 30 subscribers, please share, like the video. I'm going to say that at the end too. But if anybody's watching this video, how would you feel if you, early in the morning, just out of surprise, you didn't even hear the gunshots, okay, because you were asleep. Just say if that's what the situation was. And then your little daughter, your little 4-year-old girl, the one that came for your loins. I did have to say that. But she jumped up in the middle of the night and said, "Daddy, Mommy, I'm hit." And you look down at her stomach or her abdomen and you see blood. And you know it's a bullet shot. Would you be able to do this interview? I wouldn't.
4 hours later, Houston police now launching an internal investigation into the response time.
If he had a child, that's the only way he gonna.
Okay, so they're launching an internal investigation into the response time. I think they should be launching an investigation into the dad's activities. And if you wonder why the response time is what it is, because it seems like it's not appropriate, it's not up to normal police standards, it's probably because you're defunding the police. You ever think about that? I just solved it for you. No internal investigation needed.
I don't understand how he really feel.
Such a cute little girl.
Ariana had surgery and
all right, that's enough of that. I do not want to hear what she has to say, but I mean, come on, man. We got to do better out here. This happened on New Year's Day, too. The same as this. It just seemed like New Year's Day, man, like everybody was just popping off, no pun intended, again, but everybody was just popping off doing dumb stuff. Now we just roll right over to this stupid idiot right here. Now, rapper Jtash mercilessly shoots girlfriend. Here's the kicker. In front of the 3 kids. Okay? And then he terminates himself. Self-termination. So he terminates her in front of her 3 kids. And then he terminates himself in front of these 3 kids. Now, here you go. The picture's up right down. So you see her and fair use. Okay, BK, what is this? Business Kabar. I never heard of you, but I'm using your material. Fair use, okay? No copyright strikes. The guy seems, I don't know, he seemed like the normal rapper. You know, tattoos on the face, all that dumb shit, whatever. But this girl, she has 3 young kids. I mean, the oldest appears to be right around 10 years old. She's very cute. She is of Mexican descent or Hispanic descent. I've got in trouble with Hispanics before for mixing you up with Mexicans. You don't like that. I realize that now. I'm sorry, okay? Of Hispanic or Spanish descent. Now I'm about to get myself in more trouble. Okay, you know what I'm trying to say. She's very cute. The problem I got to ask you is if this guy is a rapper, he's making money, and I seen his video. I looked at his video. I reviewed one of his tracks. I forgot what the hell it's called. It's so stupid, I just forgot it. The music is absolute trash, okay? This guy's hanging out of a freaking, like a 2005 Cadillac Escalade, flashing all these $100 bills. I mean, my weekly check is more than whatever he was flashing. So this guy, he appears to be doing okay, you know, as a rapper. I don't know if he has kids, but another kicker to the story is that these 3 kids that you see right here beside this woman, none of these kids were his. Okay, they did not have any kids together. So if you're such a Mac OG, smoking blunts, flashing all this money, why are you living with a single mother of 3? Is your game that weak? I'm just asking for a friend. Is your music all a lie? I mean, we all know that these rappers, you know, they put out stuff that other people do. They don't really live these lives. I mean, you guys do know that, right? I mean, what's up with this guy? So you're a lame-o. You're a simp. You're not, I don't know if you're living a life or whatever. You decide, you're such a coward that you decide to terminate this pretty young thing in front of her 3 kids, and then you self-terminate in front of these 3 kids just so they can have that lasting memory of what I did. You know, he's pretty much torturing these kids. I want you 3 kids to see the pain that your mom put me through. Watch what I do to her. He gave her a couple gunshots, and I'm not sure where they hit her in the body, but I'm assuming, you know, to the top, to the dome, okay? So he he terminated her in front of these 3 kids because probably in his mind he wanted her. He's such a coward. He wanted these kids to realize the pain that this woman put me through, and she put me through so much pain. I'm gonna self-terminate in front of you 3 kids so this can be a lasting memory for you guys. This will always stick with you. Now you see this and you remember this every day when you wake up, what I did to your mom and then what your mom made me do to myself. That's probably what he's thinking. How crazy is that? How much of a coward is this guy? Trash music, okay? A trash looking guy. He's just freaking trash, man. Who the hell does stuff like this? Like, get your shit together, man. You got so much money. You got so much clout, you know. You're smoking all these blunts. You can get any girl you want. Why are you living with a single mother of 3 and doing stuff like this? It says Jtash brutally shoots his girlfriend in front of 3 children, then self-terminates. Big news is coming out about the American rapper Jtash. Okay. They put money sign instead of the T, so it's like Jtash. Anyway, an American rapper allegedly terminated his 28-year-old girlfriend in front of his children on New Year's Day. Another New Year's Day thing. Another New Year's Day shooting. What is up with this? What's up with New Year's Day, man? You guys try to make this commemoratory so like people remember it or something like that? The incident took place at around 7 a.m. on January 1st when he was at his California home with his girlfriend. So I heard that he's from California. I guess he moved to New York. Now I guess he's got a home in California too. So the guy obviously isn't doing bad for himself. He obviously has some kind of cash. But I'll get to that in a second. It is reportedly being said that the rapper terminated his girlfriend and then terminated himself too. During this time, his 3 children were present at home. So now I don't know if I'm wrong, and I don't know if or whether the BK business kabar is wrong. But what I'm hearing from the story from all the other sources is that these 3 children were not his. I'm hearing that she was a single mother because I think the dad has possession of the kids now. So I think they got their story wrong, but these kids weren't his. So he decided to do that on New Year's Day to make it commemoratory. Let's see. 2 had an argument. The American rapper took such a drastic step after the 2 had an argument before the Florida rapper took his girlfriend to the master bedroom of their California home, and this ensued. Okay, so I'm going to close this down because I don't even want to look at this trash guy anymore. You know, these people are so lame. Now, what I get from hearing a story like this, not only is this guy lame, not only is he a coward, not only is he obviously not living the life that he portrays in his trash music, but I'm thinking this might be a symptom of the single mother problem. And it is a problem in America because I think more dads should be in the house. Now, whether it's the dad's choice or whether it's the mom's choice, I just think that more dads should be in the house, if you know what I mean, because kids need their dad to put them in their place, to give them discipline, to give them structure. The mom is there to give nurture, you know, to love them, to care about them. We are the hammers, but they are the pillows that the kids lay their head on at night, okay? If you know what I'm saying. Dads are harsh. Women, moms are soft. So it's kind of like a yin-yang balance, you know. Anyway, I'm thinking this is like a single mom problem on his behalf. Maybe he grew up, and I've never heard anybody say this, but this is my theory about the single mom and in the black community. So these boys, they grow up, little kids growing up, dad's not there, single mom. You're taking in all this feminine energy. So then when you get a little bit older, you're soaking up feminine energy all through your life, through your childhood, through your teens, now into your adulthood. All you've soaked up is feminine energy. Feminine energy is emotional energy. Masculine energy is not emotional, okay? When you're masculine, you're able to keep your emotions in check. Just say if you were to get in an argument or a situation, confrontation, okay? If you have masculine energy, you might not just go up and sock the guy in the face. You know, you might just try to talk him down, or just you'll be able to hold frame, as they say. Now, with feminine energy, You're all up in your emotions. You ever got in a fight with your girl and you say something that she don't like, that she doesn't like, and she just, I don't know, maybe she attacked you or like try to slap you or something like that. Doing all that crazy stuff going. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. That's feminine energy. So if a young male, he grows up in the hood, he gets his hand on a gun some kind of way, he has all this feminine energy in him, he gets in an argument or he gets disrespected, okay? Instead of having masculine energy where if you have a gun on you, you would keep it tucked and you would wait until somebody tried to take your life before you use it. Feminine energy, somebody hurt your feelings. They disrespected you. Now you're all in your feelings, and now you're going to pull that gun and you're going to use your feminine energy to take somebody else's life. Did you guys follow that? So that's my theory on the problem in the black community with the young black males soaking up all this single energy from the single moms that keeps going on. It grows inside of you as you grow as a young man. Now that you're older, like I said, you get your hands on a firearm. Instead of being masculine, you're still rolling around with this emotional trauma, this emotional battle going on inside of you. And all it takes is for somebody to disrespect you, for you to go into your femininity as a male and do something stupid, all off raw emotion. How dumb is that? Jtash, sir, you are the biggest piece of shit this year, okay? Tell a friend, tell an associate, or even tell an enemy to like and subscribe to the Workday Show. Peace. I'm out.